let's get this guy. Let's get Gabriel in here. Let's get Gabriel. I think Gabriel's one of these Democrat guys. I think Gabriel's one of these Democratic cats. Gabriel,
What's up, Tariq?
what's going on, Gabriel?
And so my thing is, and I see the title. So with issue, I see the issues that you talk about. You talk about reparations. You talk about hate crime legislation. You talk about and just issues like poverty and stuff. So in our political process today, like, what is your plan going about the different parties, navigating through these different parties? Like, I know it's fair to attack the Democratic Party and where they should be criticized, but especially in the two-party system, what is your plan in going forward to invest into advancing all these issues?
Well, the thing is, my thing, I'm dealing with the grassroots. The both parties, they know what the business is. They know what we need. We've laid it on the table. We've told both of them we're going to have to get some tangible specifically for us. We're not going to go for any more trick bag policies where they pretend to do something for us and they're going to do it for everybody, and we're left with the short end of the stick. Brother, are you good over there? Because that's really distracting what you're doing over
Oh,
there,
my
brother.
bad. I was
You
drinking
good?
water. My bad.
Okay, there you go, brother. Um, but yeah, they already know what we're trying to do. They know our get down. Now I know. Now you do stuff for the DNC. You rock with the DNC. I know they got you on some kind of youth outreach program. What are some of the strategies they're telling you guys? And be very honest, because I talk to a lot of people from these little outreach organizations, and I know what's being said for real, for real. From your perspective, somebody who's on the inside, what are they really trying to do something for the black community besides just finesse us for a vote? What are they really trying to do?
What I really, I mean,
From your perspective, from
from
your
my
perspective.
perspective, like from my perspective, the main thing the Democratic Party tries to do is focus on kitchen table issues, and I believe Black Americans have those same type of kitchen table issues as any other American. As I've gone door to door, and
All all
I
lives
worked in I worked. Let me, I worked in the Georgia election last year, and I went door to door all around Atlanta, and I talked to a lot of Black folks to listen in on the issues to see what their main issues was for that election, and those issues they brought up was healthcare, prescription drug prices, inflation, and like just regular kitchen table economic
and
issues.
we're not. That's the problem. And I want you to tell the DNC we're not doing the all lives matter thing. We're not doing the lift off thing. We got
I don't think you
we
could say it's an
have
all lives
very
matter. I don't think you could really say it's an all lives matter thing. I just believe
it,
that like,
because that's for everybody.
but I believe Black people.
That's for
But
everybody.
I feel like the reason why Black people vote Democrat is because they firmly believe that Black people do better under the Democratic administrations than they do under Republican administrations, and that's proven by fact.
Not really. Not
I
really.
believe
Not
Black
really.
people have more jobs under Democratic administrations than they do under Republican
Not
administrations.
really.
They have more health.
Not really.
Black Americans are covered
How
more
we
on
have more
health
jobs?
insurance.
No, no, no.
No,
How we have more jobs and more health insurance, and they're flooding the country with immigrants, illegals, not even legal. They're flooding the country with illegal immigrants. And how we get more jobs, and that's more competitive entities and more people soaking in the healthcare resources. How we get more jobs when they flooding the zone with illegal immigrants?
then explain how Black unemployment is at a record low right now, at a record 60-year
Uh,
low.
it's not at no record low. That's just some horse shit that they throw out there. That's just I'm a Democrat and I say so. It's not at a record low. They kind of
5.4%.
screw
Is
the
that a
numbers
record
up.
low?
It's not a record low. It's not. No, black unemployment is very high. Black homelessness is very high, and part of that is because some of the resources that should be going to us is going to illegal immigrants.
What evidence
That
do you
bullshit
have
about black.
that
Um,
immigration
you
contributes to
drive.
Black homelessness? And don't give me anecdotal
You
evidence.
drive. I'm telling you, for example, in Chicago right now, I won't even talk about LA where I'm from. In Chicago, the people there are complaining about the black people who are homeless, where illegal immigrants are being brought in and given hotel rooms all over the place. This is happening right now in Chicago
Okay,
and other places.
in Chicago, and those black people you bring up, that is a legitimate beef. I'm not going to disagree with you on that front. But to say that,
Right.
but to say that immigration as a whole contributes to black homelessness, that's a false statement. So, but I'm
Sir, I just gave you an example of a major city. Now we can go through other little examples here in LA and other places, but I'm giving you Chicago because that's a
I'm
major problem. And the people, the black,
homelessness was a problem though.
oh no, 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 okay, oh no, 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 we're not gonna do that. The black people out there are making a lot of noise about it. They're not pleased. They're going to the Democrats saying, hey, wait a minute, why are you giving all of these resources to these illegals who are coming in and they're not even citizens? And you see us laying in the street and you're not giving us anything. Now, how do you remedy that, my good brother, from your
My
perspective?
my problem is poverty is a more structural issue that does not involve immigration. Now what those black folks in Chicago are saying is we cannot. This city has more problems to handle than just immigration. So like, there's an influx of illegal immigration. We can't handle it. Let's find another solution and try to divert our resources elsewhere. But to say that the broader scale of black homelessness is put on the feet of illegal immigration, you can't really say that because legal immigration has been around for how long?
Okay, you just talked in a circle, brother. You didn't make any sense. You just talked in
I
a,
answered your question in both
no, you
ways.
didn't. No, you didn't,
I mean,
sir. You just you
you might
kind of
not like
talked in
my.
a circle. No, because you didn't give an answer, and that's not going to work. What you just did, that's called, and I don't want to be insulting, but it's called tether babble. What you did was tether babble, which is deception. And we, as foundational Black American voters, we're not going for that deceptive tether babble that you just did right there, brother, because you are Haitian. So, as an immigrant, you don't mind getting the resources. So, yeah, you're going to tether babble because you, as an immigrant, you kind of benefit from us being undermined and the resources being given to you. So, of course, you're going to tether babble and deflect. This is why we're not listening to you. Part of foundational Black American culture is if a Black person comes around and they have dual allegiances, they're not supposed to be our representatives. You, sir, are not qualified to speak for what's good for foundational Black Americans because you have ulterior motives and you do not have our best interest in mind. This is one of the problems that we are alleviating as foundational Black Americans. Does that make sense?
If I may respond, uh,
Go ahead.
I don't see how it's tethered babble when I just haven't seen the numbers, the studies that have been done to show a link between black homeless.
Okay, I don't need to see the numbers, I see the people. We don't
Okay,
need to see the study. We see the results as foundational Black Americans. We see it and we feel it every day. I don't need a white think tank to send me a piece of paper to tell me what we are experiencing and seeing, sir. So that's the difference. But thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That gentleman there is a Democratic shill. And you're going to hear a lot of that, family. You're going to hear a lot of the tether class who works for the Democrats. Is a Haitian brother. He's called before. He's one of these ops for the Democrats. You're going to hear a lot of that. I'm telling you, when you point out the obvious, well, that's just in that one city. It doesn't reflect the broader scale based on the numbers and the stats that I've seen. You're going to. I'm getting you prepared to hear that type of tether babble. They're going to start telling you all of this bogus. The unemployment rate is down. Well, Biden and the Democrats, well, I know there's a bunch of homeless people out here. Don't ignore them. But look at this piece of paper right here that the Democrats gave me. 4.1% of unemployment. That's a record low. So look at that. Don't look at all these hungry, starving people. Look at this paper I just gave you. No, nigga, we're not looking at the paper you're giving us. No, no, no. We're not going for tether babble. We're looking at the droves of illegals that you're opening up the floodgates to let in. That's what I'm looking at. I ain't looking at no piece of paper. I'm looking at these people run across the border, running up in these Black neighborhoods. We look up and all of a sudden there's a bunch of people in the neighborhood we don't know. And y'all just open the gate and y'all don't vet nobody and send them right to the Black community. You get these people from these different countries who are rapists, killers, drug dealers. You don't know what these people are into. And then you send them over here next to our babies. You understand? So yeah, we have a right to say, hey, wait the fuck a minute. This is not cool. And I don't want to hear about, well, structurally, we got some kitchen table issues. No, the kitchen table is who's gonna come and rob my kitchen table. Some dude who we don't know, and they come over here and rob and kill us and then go duck back home somewhere because you ain't got no documents and no paperwork on this dude. Nah, we got some real life issues, not kitchen table issues. We got kitchen knife issues. You got these niggas running around here we don't know with knives and weapons and drugs coming among us. White folks don't let them in their neighborhoods. What makes you think we want that in our neighborhood? We don't want a bunch of people who we don't know that's not been vetted dumped on us. And we're told we're supposed to be on some kumbaya minority coalition. No, the hell we are not. We have children. We have families we want to raise. The black community is not everybody's goddamn garbage can. We're not the dumping grounds for everybody. That's why I'm glad black people are standing up saying, hey, wait a minute. No, 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 no. Shout out to my brother Tyrone Muhammad out there in Chicago. They're making big noise. They're like, hey, all these people y'all dropping over here, take them somewhere else. Our tax dollars are being spent on these people, and y'all won't even utilize that for us over here. We got brothers coming out of the prison system who can't really get a good leg up. They're trying to get their lives together. They can't get the proper resources, and you flooding the zone with criminals from all parts of South America, the El Chapos and the Pablos and all of these people who we don't know what these people were doing down there. And you're going to come dump them right on top of us. And we're saying no. You're not about to sit up here talking about some damn the low unemployment rate, and you're sitting over here sending in more competitors who's going to get the jobs that we're trying to get because they do that to undermine us. So yeah, we're not playing that game. We're talking about what's specific for foundational black Americans. Miss me with that kitchen table bullshit. Well, healthcare, black people is concerned about healthcare. No, we want to know what we gonna get. That's what we want to know. Let me get my man Black Voltron in here. Black Voltron Reloaded. What's up, player? Black Voltron, where you at, player? Turn your
Hey, Tariq,
microphone
can you
on,
hear me?
sir. Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, thanks for taking my call this morning and stuff. Man, I just listening to that goddamn Democratic Shill, man. He's so full of shit. Is ridiculous. Apparently, none of these Democrats got the memo that we're not taking this bullshit anymore. Um,
Real talk.
I don't know if anybody realized he just lied and said the unemployment rate was low, but he didn't say the unemployment rate was low specifically for Black people, foundational Black Americans. Out here in the Bay, it's just like LA. We got homeless people all over Oakland, Berkeley, Richmond, San Francisco, all over the Bay Area. The Black people are taking L's. I mean, they've lost their
Yeah,
homes. Um, over 50% of the homeless people are Black out here. And I
yeah,
think this is for all of California. So when they come over and saying, the unemployment rate is down, now for us it's never been down. When Black America gets when the economy is doing good, Black Americans are doing bad. When the economy goes bad, Black Americans are doing even worse. You don't understand that if you're
yeah.
not doing nothing specifically for us, specifically for foundational Black Americans in 2024, you ain't gonna get the vote. You about to lose.
Real,
All right, we're not putting up with this
real talk.
bullshit anymore. These lies of, we're gonna bring the Ukrainians over, we're gonna bring the Afghans over, we're gonna bring these immigrants from south of the border, Mexicans, South Americans, Central Americans, Asians. You got these goddamn East Indians on H-1B visas getting all the goddamn good jobs here, and they specifically discriminating against foundational Black Americans who are qualified in the tech industry out here in Silicon Valley. He's so full of shit.
Real
No,
talk.
you're not going to get our vote, period. And if you got to lose in 2024, 2026, 2030, 2040, 2050, and if the Democratic Party got to go by the way the Whig Party did in the 1850s and, and become extinct, so be it. But you're not going to do nothing specifically for everybody else, all these gays and everybody else, these non-citizens, and leave us on the street homeless so we can become extinct. Fuck you. Fuck the Democratic Party.
Real,
You're done. And I'm land on that.
real. Thank you, ma'am. Man, couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, we're just. I'm not doing that, man. I'm not supporting that. Some of their policies where they think they're just going to flood us with all of these immigrant groups, and we're just going to be cool in the gang, and these immigrants are hostile to us. Over there in South Carolina, that Asian immigrant store owner just killed a 14-year-old black boy. There's a big case going on now out there in South Carolina. Asian man shot that little black boy in the goddamn back, falsely accused him of shoplifting, and the police had to come out and say, yeah, he wasn't shoplifting. He wasn't shoplifting. You dig? And I'm supposed to be on some kumbaya with that? No, thank you. I'm good. And how's the family out there in South Carolina? What's the vibe? What's the temperature out there with that situation? Yeah, I want to know what the temperature is. Yeah. I'm interested to see what the temperature is going to be out there as far as that. Because see, that right there is a no-no. This thing where, these people sit up here and kill our babies like that, and we sit here and try to negotiate. No, man, yeah, hey, I'm gonna just leave that right there. But anyway, let me get up out of here. Anyway, guys, it's been real. I think we had a great conversation tonight. I think the conversation was real. Pretty entertaining broadcast tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hey, guys, y'all need to check out the new movie, American Maroon. That's my latest documentary. American-maroon.com. You can get the Blu-ray, American-maroon.com. You can get my other films, Hidden Colors, at hiddencolorsfilm.com. Buckbreaking.com, or is it Buckbreaking Movie is one of them. I got a bunch of movies, guys. But we have a great event coming up for Juneteenth at the Hidden History Museum. Some of y'all need to fly on out and come kick it. It's going to be a nice vibe. Y'all get to see the museum. There's a couple of news channels. They're going to be doing big exposés about the museum leading up to Juneteenth. So we're doing a lot of Juneteenth themed stuff, but we're having a big Juneteenth celebration June 17th, Saturday, at the Hidden History Museum. We're going to have complimentary food, great music. We're going to have gift bags, complimentary gift bags for all the guests, great comedy, a great networking vibe. It's going to be a great, great event. Y'all need to come on out and kick it with me. Chop it up with me at the Hidden History Museum. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com to get your tickets. Hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be me, Dwan B, and so many other people. I'm looking at some of the people in here before I go. I'm looking down on the bottom. I see Michael Wartox. What's up, brother? I see you in here. I see some of these funny style folks who be fence riding. We got a lot of that shit out here. A lot of these fence riding people, they be all, acting like they're down, but be all posted up in some of these op spaces. I see some of you motherfuckers too, by the way. Speaking of ops, is that you, Stepper? I see you, nigga. I expect your op ass is gonna turn up soon when your paymasters give you your instructions. Is Puerto Rican Shill. I see you, Stepper. This nigga tried to pretend to be FBA. Then we saw this nigga with some white Mary J. Blige boots. Motherfucker, you are not FBA with them white fucking boots. Nigga, you blew your cover with them white boots, nigga. And this nigga had white boots on with denim outfits. This is the most Puerto Rican shit I've ever seen in my life. So sometimes we can tell when y'all niggas are not FBA. Y'all cannot fake the funk. We know our people. Let me tell you something. FBAs know FBAs. I know my goddamn people. And Harriet Tubman did not fight for freedom for bitch niggas to walk around in white boots. So we know our people, nigga. But anyway, let me get out of here. All right, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. hiddenhistorymuseum.com, ladies and gentlemen. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. I'm a holla.